Good morning, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am so excited to talk with you this morning. Look at this beautiful setting where we are. We're staying at our friend's house, and they have this beautiful acreage and property out here. It is hot. It's like so warm outside. It's 88, I think, and humidity. We're in Tennessee, and we are having a great time here. So I want to talk about how your body is constantly trying to regulate itself, and that water is one of the simplest tools you have to help it do that. Water is one of the simplest tools you have to help you regulate your body. And I want to talk about 3 ways that water does this. And so I've done a little bit of research that I want to utilize to share with you, because I think it's so... The more I learn, the more I understand, and the more I understand, the more I take action on what I understand. And then I tell myself to do more of what I know to do, which is drink more water and stay hydrated. And today I'm like, oh my gosh, I need hydration. It's hot outside. And I'm not spending a lot of time walking around in the heat, but yet it's warm. I want to make sure that I'm hydrated. So your body is constantly trying to regulate itself, and water is one of the best tools to help it to do that. Water helps you to regulate your stress response. So when you're even mildly dehydrated, your body perceives that as a stressor, perceives that lack of hydration as a stressor. And research has found that dehydration can increase cortisol, which is your primary stress hormone, and then activate that body's stress systems. So if you're well hydrated, your heart doesn't have to work so hard, your blood volume is maintained, your brain receives better flow, blood flow, and your body doesn't have to compensate for that dehydration. So it doesn't mean that drinking water magically lowers your cortisol levels after a stressful encounter, but it means that adequate hydration reduces one of those unnecessary sources of physiological stress. So it's so important for our regulation of our stress to maintain hydration so that we can manage stress as we encounter it, which we will, better, and to be able to utilize that. So sometimes we think that we're emotionally stressed when actually our body might just be saying, I need more water, I need more hydration, I need the ability to regulate. A second reason why our body needs water as a regulatory tool is that it helps to regulate body temperature. So that might seem a little bit intuitive, but we actually need water so that we can sweat, so that we can cool ourselves, so that we can move heat away from our organs. Water enables us to maintain a stable and internal temperature. But without that, it's harder to do. So that makes sense. Like when I'm outside and if I'm feeling so hot, but I not have enough water inside, then I'm not able to cool myself how my body was designed to cool, how our bodies are designed to sweat. So we sweat less efficiently. Our core temperature increases faster. We fatigue faster, and exercise feels harder if we have less water. So I want to pause for a moment. We're talking about water and how water is a regulatory tool for our bodies to regulate our body systems. And water is such an important healthy habit. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. More people need to know, we all know we need to drink water. I think that's a common piece of knowledge. But I don't know if we all know, because I don't think I know to the extent, and I'm learning as well, of how high of a value water is for our systems and why. I know that when I know more of the why or the even some of the understanding of the basic science behind it, then I tend to take more action, because now I can't unlearn what I learned. So I know now that my body needs to have a regulatory aspect, or it's always looking to regulate. And one of those aspects is through water. So tell me how you're doing with your water. Are you you barely ever drink water and you know you need a ton more water? 2, you drink water here and there, but you can definitely get some more water. And 3, you drink great water, you're consistent with your water intake, and you maintaining that. The goal is not to go from 1 to 3. If you're at a 1, you're trying to get to more water. If you're at 2, you want to move to consistency. Maybe you're good water, but inconsistent good water intake. Or you're not getting quite enough, but you're getting enough. You're getting some. And then a 3, tell us all your tips and tricks and put those in the comments. And we want to celebrate you, because that often someone who's at a 3 didn't used to be at a 3. Some people, like my youngest daughter, she has always been a water baby. Like, she was born in the water, actually, and she has always drank water easily all the time. It's with her wherever she goes. She loves her water. She drinks it. She doesn't need reminders. My oldest, on the other hand, is not that way. And so, and she also wasn't born in the water. I don't know. But water is such an important thing, and everyone's a little bit different in it. So the third thing, the last thing in terms of your regulating your body temperature, your body is constantly trying to stay around the 28.6 Fahrenheit degrees, and it's water is one of its primary cooling mechanisms. Okay. The third reason why water is a regulatory tool and one of your best tools for regulation in your body is because it regulates circulation and nutrient delivery. So that means that water helps to transport oxygen, nutrients, hormones, electrolytes, and immune cells. That's a lot. That's a lot that this water tool, and I know that water is it's abundant, and it's not abundant for everyone in the world. And the more that we can make water abundant, and abundant in the benefits of water, not poor water, is so important. One of my daughters, if we were to win the lottery, the girls have to, as we've considered that, the girls have had to determine what will they do with the money that they, within the money that we earn or win, what will the girls do with that money? They have to do something with $1 million to give back to the world. And one of them wants to make water wells, like pay money to be used to make clean water wells. So it made me think of that. So water, it also helps to remove waste products through the kidneys. So when hydration drops, blood volume decreases, your heart has to pump harder, your body prioritizes essential organs, and you may notice headaches, fatigue, dizziness, or reduced mental clarity. Water is so important to all of our systems and as a transporter. So if you think of water as the highway that your body uses to move almost everything. And then the last extra is that water is used to help regulate your brain. Your brain is about 75% water. Blood is almost all water. Your brain itself is about 75% water. So even mild dehydration has been associated with reduced focus, poor short-term memory, slower thinking, irritability, and feeling more mentally overwhelmed. So sometimes what can feel like brain fog is at least partly dehydration. So one of the most powerful health tools that we have is also one of the least expensive, depending on where you're getting your water. Our bodies are constantly trying to regulate stress, temperature, circulation, brain function, and one of the simplest ways that we can support all of that is by giving our body enough water to work with. And before reaching for another solution, it might be worth asking yourself, have I actually given my body what it needs to regulate today? And that can be as simple as starting your morning right when you wake up, even before you get out of bed, with a bottle of water. Because that can start all that process to have what it needs to give that highway system what it needs to be able to regulate your temperature, regulate your hormones, regulate all the things, and be able to have a regulated body system with water. Start your day with water. And have water at your meals. Use water as your very first liquid and as your liquid of choice throughout your day, your liquid of the maximum that you go to. And even if you say, I'm not going to have any other type of drink until I have my water, or I'm not going to have this is going to be my main source of liquid throughout the day is going to be water. It will shift things. And you've heard of these we've talked about these things. So which of these three aspects of regulation, your body temperature, your regulating circulation and nutrient delivery, and your regulating your stress response, which of those is one that is new to you, and put new and then that number. So 1 is, we're going to say 1 is the stress response, 2 is regulating body temperature, and 3 is delivery system and regulate circulation and nutrient delivery. And then what one do you is, or maybe they're all this, you've heard them all, but it's a good reminder. Put good reminder in the comments. I would love to know if any of these are new information to you, or if they're all old information, but a great reminder. All right. So what are you going to do to shift your water? What's something that are you going to add it to your morning? Are you going to add it to each meal, before, after, or during? Are you going to add it between meals? Are you going to carry around a bottle of water wherever you go, or have one at every place that you sit at or move at? What are you going to do to add water to your day? Tell me that in the comments, and make a choice of where you're at. Identify where you're at, 1, 2, or 3, and how are you going to shift forward? That's all that it is. 1% better every day. Even if you drank 1 extra ounce of water per day, at the end of the week you would be drinking 7 more ounces, almost a full glass of water extra per day. And by the end of the month, you're drinking a whole 30 ounces more per day. That's possible. You can do that. So 1% better every day. Let's make a shift. Fuel your body with water, the tool, one of the simplest tools for regulation that you have at your fingertips. And if this is helpful, put helpful. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. Water. Water is one of these 7 healthy habits that I'm always talking about, because it's that important. It's that imperative in our overall health. And when we look at our health in this perspective of a holistic health perspective of healthy habits that we can build as a lifestyle that include high protein, low carb eating that I talk about every single day, but also include water, we're going to be living better longer. We're going to be moving towards our best health on a regular basis and creating this bank of long-term health. So have a wonderful day from where we're staying in Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, near Jackson, in Pinson, Tennessee, to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.